What's up, everybody? I'm Alan Seslowsky, and welcome back to RosterWatch. There's an abundance of uncertainty in most fantasy seasons. In 2020, we're going to have to deal with the unknowns of COVID-19, no preseason games, and only 14 padded practices with limited reporting. It seems prudent to draft players who have proven resumes and continuity as much as we can. Of course, there are going to be players that we want to take a chance on, but we might be flying blind this season. You'll have to make your own decision about how much risk you're willing to take on. Today on this video, we're going to discuss a few players that encompass both uncertainty and or continuity. The first player I want to talk to you about is Miles Sanders, the running back on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, RosterWatch has been participating in mock drafts and best ball drafts since late February. We've seen Miles Sanders' ADP go from about the 25th player overall to about the 16th player overall, and now he's solidly getting drafted in the first round of most fantasy drafts. News broke recently that Miles Sanders has a lower body injury, and with lack of reporting, we're left to fly blind with Miles Sanders. The feeling is that if you liked Miles Sanders before, you should still like him now, but the price tag certainly carries a lot more uncertainty. We expect Miles Sanders' ADP to drop slightly, but the first round is loaded with healthy options with proven track records. Players like Joe Mixon are available at a similar ADP. The second player we're going to talk about is Josh Jacobs on the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, continuity is king, especially in this year where they're going to have lack of practice time and lack of preparation. Let's not overcomplicate the case for Josh Jacobs. Fantasy football success comes from three main valves: talent, opportunity, and, in this season, continuity. Josh Jacobs has all three. His ADP of the late second round, about 21st overall, is puzzling when you compare it to players like Miles Sanders and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, both with uncertainty going in the first round. Those who argue against Jacobs as a first-round pick point to his disappointing 20 receptions in 2019. Jacobs has recently spoken out about his desire to catch 60 passes this year. However, RosterWatch co-founder Byron Lambert reported that the Raiders plan to get Jacobs more catches this season, and what's something that the GM Mike Mayock referred to as Phase 2 of their plan for Jacobs. In a year of uncertainty, RosterWatch encourages our subscribers to prioritize continuity. Jacobs needs to be considered as a late first or early second round pick if you're not comfortable with the risk associated with some of the options around that part of the draft. I just want to remind everybody that the 2020 RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet is available now at rosterwatch.com. The revolutionary cheat sheet that changed fantasy football forever is back at rosterwatch.com. The RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet, all you need to do is follow three simple rules. That's it. 3 rules. It couldn't be any easier, and an expert quality fantasy football draft is guaranteed. The RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet is available now at rosterwatch.com. The last player I want to talk to you about is Chris Carson, the running back on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Chris Carson is currently being drafted as the 32nd overall player at the end of the third round in most 12-team leagues. On RosterWatch Podcast number 275 that featured special guest Matthew Berry of ESPN, Matthew Berry expressed disbelief of how underpriced Chris Carson is. He went on to say that Chris Carson belongs firmly in the second round. Now, taking into account what we've talked about on this video here today, Chris Carson does check all of the boxes we're looking for. He's the starting running back with the same team, same system, same coach. Chris Carson is mostly being unchallenged for starting snaps. Now, Seattle did sign Carlos Hyde, who was useful for fantasy last year in Houston, but is unlikely to challenge Carson, is more likely depth behind Carson now that we know Rashad Penny's Week 1 status is in question. Matthew Berry also pointed out that Chris Carson is only one of two running backs to total 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns both of the past 2 seasons. He said the other running back was Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, RosterWatch Nation, that's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe to get notifications when we go live, and leave us a comment in the video. We definitely will comment back. Until next time, goodbye.